got the whole theme.
Hey, welcome to Chaplain Chat. We are at what I would call back at the First Church of Dennys.
Yeah.
And if you want to know about the First Church of Dennys, check the previous Chaplain Chat. You'll see it. But hey, it's early in the morning, but I'm here with Richard. And Richard, you're in jail, aren't you?
Yeah, I was in jail last night.
You were?
Yeah, out of
And you're
Bog
out?
Valley. I'm out.
You got a monitor or something?
Well, no monitor, yeah.
What are you doing in jail, Richard?
Well, I spent some time in Unit 41 last night, and it's an all-time record. I actually spoke with 18 guys.
Whoa. Now, you see, because you normally report in to me,
Yeah.
but you're reporting in right now, aren't you?
Yeah, here's my stats.
18 guys.
18 men covered almost about 3/4 of the top deck.
Whoa.
So usually I have pretty long conversations with those guys, but last night, just giving assessments and sharing the gospel, and it was just one cell to another.
Yeah, because Richard, some guys go in and do volunteers. Richard's one of our volunteers, if you didn't catch that. But some of the guys that go and volunteer, they do Bible studies, but you normally don't, do you?
Normally I do door to door, and sometimes, it's mainly just giving out the gospel and sharing the New Testament with the guys and answering questions, and they all want prayer.
Oh boy, they do, don't they?
They really need prayer, so that's a blessing, just to share that with them. But I sometimes I do a Bible study through the crack in the door.
Through the crack. Now when they
Yeah.
when you pray with them, Richard,
Mm-hmm.
they want to touch you, don't they?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Finger to finger.
Isn't that
Yeah.
that true? Because
Yeah.
they want
Yeah.
to touch human flesh.
Yep. Yeah.
And a prayer. What would be a prayer that an inmate say? Hey, would you pray? What's something they might want?
Most of the time their concern is for their families. That's
Ah.
probably their number one. Number two is the court date
Court.
coming up.
How do you pray for court, by the way?
Well, I like to put it in God's hands,
Ah.
and I like to say, as we trust you, Lord, we just pray that your will would be worked out in these circumstances.
Wow.
So I'm not presuming anything, for God. Let Him work it out, and then that's maybe a little call for the inmate to invest a little more trust in God.
Well, how interesting. Not presume any. Let God work it out.
Let God work it out. He knows the plan.
Boy, you've been coming in now for how long?
Not quite 2 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I am so jazzed that you're there, Richard. Any other thought? Now you teach art at high school in Tulare.
Yeah, when I'm not in jail, I'm
Okay,
teaching
okay.
art. Yeah, I'm at Mission Oak High School in Tulare.
Now, okay, just putting you on the spot here, okay? But
Yeah.
is there any event that jumps out at you? You don't have to give any names. So 41 is one of our men's unit. But does anything pop out at you that you go, wow, this was an interesting encounter while I was in the jail?
Yeah, well, it was funny. A couple weeks ago, I was out there and made my rounds, had talked to about 10, 11 guys, and it's about time to go. It's almost 10 o'clock, and so just, kind of walking around looking for who had their lights on still. And looked into a cell. There was a big pornographic picture on the back wall of the cell, as these guys often will have. And it just, the thought came into my head, these guys need the gospel.
Wow.
They really need the gospel. So, one of the guys came to the door, and we talked for a while, and I shared the gospel just as simply as I can. And he says, wow, this makes sense.
Wow.
This really makes sense.
Wow.
And he opened his heart and prayed to receive Christ right there.
Richard, that happens. When they come to the door,
Mm-hmm.
really what they're doing is inviting you into their home.
Yeah.
You see, this is all inmate driven. If they don't come
Yeah.
to the door, you just walk right by.
Yeah.
But boy, I want to tell you, and I think I have more inquiries about people wanting a relationship with Jesus in the jail, door to door.
Yeah.
Because, this is fantastic. I am so jazzed that you're with us, and
It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
And thanks for getting up early in the morning.
Oh, my pleasure.
We didn't get here at 5:15, though, did we?
No, not this time.
No,
Maybe next time.
Hey, this is great, and I want to thank you for this. This is my sign off. You
Okay.
get to help me with my
All
sign
right.
off.
Here we go.
I want to thank you for being on.
Chaplain Chat.
Whoa,
With Chaplain John.
Well, no, No, you did it right first time.
Okay.
Chaplain Chat.
Okay.
All right, one more time. I want to thank you for being on.
Chaplain Chat.
There you go. Thank you, Richard.